All right, so you've survived Newrow basics. Let's talk about how to use some of the other tools that the program has to offer. First, whiteboard usually comes up when you start a new session. If you click the X at the top right corner of any application, it'll close it. That's true for the whiteboard as well. This allows you to see all your kids. So get rid of the whiteboard, see more kids. You can also change this between the big speaker view and the smaller gallery view so that you can see, again, your 25 kids. If you've got more than 25 kids, you can scroll with the scrolling buttons. Um, so there's a couple different things you can do. The first thing we'll talk about is this tools tab, the tools on the top bar. This allows you to share a YouTube video, your whiteboard, share your screen or desktop share, create quizzes on the fly, choose to record or to stop recording, and create breakout rooms. So this is kind of a lot of features, but the main ones that you'll likely be using are getting your whiteboard back here with the whiteboard tool, and sharing your screen or your desktop. Remember when you share your screen that your sound is not shared with it. So if you've got a video you want to show, make sure it's on YouTube. Make sure you use their YouTube player, that you don't try to do it through a shared screen. You can also often provide students with a link in the chat of videos if you want them to watch a video on their own. The quizzes tab, just so you can see it, does not come with anything in it. So you might be able to make this before class. You might need a minute while students are working independently if you're trying to make a quiz for the first time. All right, the other thing that you can do is you can create PowerPoints. If you want students to annotate on something, it cannot be through the shared browser. It has to be through a file or on the whiteboard. So if I go to Files, I can add a file, and I'm going to pick my K-12 lesson template. PowerPoints are kind of gutted when you put them through the system, and they do take a minute to upload. So you should know that your animations will not be there, any embedded videos will not be there, any fancy boxes that you have because you're a very fancy teacher and you can do things like where they click buttons and go places, that's not going to work. So make sure that your PowerPoints don't include anything crazy, because nothing crazy will be included here. I believe it doesn't even support things like animated GIFs. So just be aware of that. And you can see how long it takes for these PowerPoints to load. So this is a really important reason to set up your playlists ahead of time if that's humanly possible, because it does cut down on this wait time. The other thing you can do, get your kids started on that bell ringer right away so that you have time for this PowerPoint to load, because you saw how long that took once I did it. So then I'm going to click my shared file. I can either add this to my playlist, but honestly, playlist is too much. Just hit play. And then here you'll see your screen. Again, takes a second to load, but you can see your different screens, your different slides down here. By default, you can change slides, but students cannot. You can also change them with the buttons down below. If you want students to be able to annotate on them, hit the pencil icon, and then you can annotate on it as a teacher. If you give your students whiteboard permission, then your students can annotate as well. And remember that whiteboard permission is in your mute all. It's that first button with the line through it. That's whiteboard. Whiteboard is off if there's a line through it, is on if there is not. And then, so all of your fun interactive activities where you type in a box and claim whatever, you draw a picture, draw a circle around your favorite one, right? That will work. You need to upload it as a file and then give your students permission and turn annotation on to do that. I believe as well that annotations are not saved between files and between moving stuff around. So if you use a lot of these features and you're switching back and forth, it will turn off. So those are the absolute basics of how to use the tools other than the whiteboard in order to get your kids set up for success at Ready to Learn. I hope this has been a helpful introduction, and I hope you have a great day.